Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to me, and I hope that you will help me promote my campaign and help me build my platform. Let me explain. Most people may ask, you know, they may ask why they should care to get involved in a campaign like helping a former prisoner, myself. A psychologist I know telephoned me on the same day I was released from prison after 8 long years for a foolish securities violation. My psychologist friend told me to expect in the months ahead of an adrenaline push that I most likely will incur called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And he was exactly right. And thanks to the veterans healthcare system, I'm able to be treated for PTSD. But there are many who go untreated. My psychologist friend also agreed with me that healing takes place in the mind. He spoke of the vulnerability issue and convinced me that for my own healing, I needed to begin giving of myself and become involved in helping others rise above adversity, helping others to beat adversity, overcome their errors. When I walked out of that prison gate on March 4th, 2015, after 8 long years, all I had was a stack of handwritten journals safely tucked under my arms. And I wanted to show them to you right here just for effect. These are filled with handwritten journals. I had these tucked under my arms like this when I walked out of the prison gate. It's all I had to me. This harsh sentence was overtly political during a period of panic and abuse in the investment industry. A judge seeing his way to use me as an example. So while behind bars, I began to write every day. That's all that I did. And I began to write about what I was seeing. And my treasured material went directly to Ozark Mountain Publishing Company, who saw it their purpose to offer me a publishing contract for my books. The first book was born, called The Master of Everything, a story of mankind in the world of illusion we call life. But this ignited elation in me while I was still in prison is when I obtained this contract with Ozark Mountain. And this elation helped me restore my own dignity, and I was able to boost my morale. When I discovered many of the reasons for prison overcrowding and people making mistakes and their loss of dignity, I was in shock that a nation such as the United States of America could allow this problem to escalate. My psychologist friend again told me that it was okay to let people help me raise money for my purpose, especially with my own great desire to help others by building this campaign to help promote my story. When we speak of rising above adversity, there are many in society that is invisible and often forgotten. It's those who are down and out and just down and out and nowhere to turn. But inside they have a little bit of a burning desire to help make a better world. There are so many vulnerable groups in society. The number of women, men, and youth who just don't realize that they do have it inside of themselves to live their true potential by helping the world. And this is what my books, this is what all of my writing is about. Helping others rise above adversity and get what they want in the world. There are so many uncomfortable findings why so many children and young people today are serving prison time. My psychologist friend knew all along while I was in prison what I had been working on, and that I have finally met a new challenge that feels bigger than myself, that feels bigger than me and almost too big to face alone. He said amazingly that it takes a village of good people from every facet of life to see it a reason for them to get involved. By turns, my literary work has drawn a mainstream publisher, and my relationship with that publisher continues to grow. I'm so grateful. But now I have the commitment of building a platform and coordinating meetings and events for even broader social problems and the complexity in trying to heal them. A mountain is ahead of me with all the current time opportunities for mindful reform as a whole, and the development of a more progressive approach to the dealing with our heirs. While your support is critical to raising this platform and creating a systematic creating systematic changes that are needed, I'm gladly allowing access to my blogs, webinars, lectures, and other events in your area, free to the world. And week in and week out, we're putting these together. And there are so many costs involved, though. That's the problem. And there's no doubt my securing a publisher was as arduous as any new writer suffers, with years of querying publishers and the normal barrage of rejections, all along with the difficulty of communicating from inside of a prison. But I did it, and I got it done, so to speak. I did it, and so can others who are down on themselves rise above adverse situations, no matter how low they feel that they are. So my point is, this is proof that I have the drive to build a great platform. And now at age 59, and with your support, I'm giving it my sincere effort to help others get out of the gutter and help even more from falling prey to the sheer desperation that led to my own errors. A mere hard fall, if you will, resulting in harsh prison time. But that's now behind me, and with your help, together, we have the potential to make a better world. The advocacy that I mentioned means working with people experiencing hard times and to bring about positive changes in policies and programs on the local, state, and federal levels. Yes, that's where I'm heading. When speaking of rising above adversity today, we seem to be more in tune for helping tackle these root causes than ever before, it seems today we are. The world is changing for the good. It's called healing of the mind as a whole. Will you help me make this possible? I promise to send you updates and progress reports through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and other social media, because I know so many of you turn there for optimistic outlook. It's no surprise, for example, when someone is released from a lengthy prison term and re-enters society, there can be extreme financial hardship, let alone the emotional hardships. People need to know what's going on, and there's no time like now to take action, and a great desire to offer something positive. I cheerfully celebrated the publication of my first book right here. I cheerfully celebrated the publication of this book. It's the first of an ever-developing series of inspirational and uplifting outlook for people everywhere. I was able to be cheerful inside as I walked out that prison gate, knowing that my book was now available. You know, I'm developing strategies in small ways that may contribute to larger changes in the way people experience the many hurdles in life that we're all faced with. But there are necessary promotions, resources, and while I continue to build, write, study, learn, and yet promote more, and being involved with all that must be addressed, I've calculated startup costs, and that's where I came to the figure on the GoFundMe page based on putting things in place just so I can start to attract several groups like churches and other organizations around the world who may want to host quality rehabilitative programs. So if you care to cooperate with me, or just to get involved in some form, please read the GoFundMe page, if you would, that here is that's attached to this link. And I hope you're thinking a lot about your own life now and your own inner natural gifts that you have to offer to the world. Isn't it truly about people helping people in this world? If you can support me, I thank you so much. God bless you.